What's up, YouTube? This is Crypto Timmy coming at you with another one, with another banger. What's up, guys? You are now tuned into the Crypto Timmy Show, and I'm your host, Crypto Timmy. And for this episode, I am going to be going over my profit-taking strategy for Kaspa. Guys, there are a lot of Kaspa videos available on YouTube, and the majority of them are based on the utility of Kaspa, talking about what Kaspa brings to the table. A lot of them are maybe price prediction videos, but there really aren't as many profit-taking strategy videos on Kaspa, and I believe that this is very important, guys. There are two very important things when investing in any cryptocurrency, and those two things are your entry strategy, your entry points on that crypto, but also just as important, if not more important, is your profit-taking strategy. You have to have a game plan. Guys, I have talked about in the past, I've mentioned in other Kaspa videos that I believe that Kaspa can very possibly go to as high as $5. Now, if I had that in my head, and a lot of people have made this mistake, I try to learn from other people's mistakes. I make mistakes of my own, and I try to help other people to learn from my mistakes. But I have seen a lot of experiences. I've learned from other people's experiences where they buy a crypto and they have a price prediction in mind. A lot of times it is a moonish prediction or a very high prediction, and they say to themselves, okay, I'm gonna hold on until said crypto hits this number. And what winds up happening? They get caught holding their bags, guys. That is the saying. It is called to be caught holding your bags, and you don't want that to happen. You do not want, what happens is if you wait for a very high price and you don't DCA out along the way, you wind up being other people who have a exit strategy in mind. You become their exit liquidity because you hold and you hold and you hold, and then what happens is people start selling and you lose out and they wind up gaining. So you have to have a plan. And guys, this is my plan, and take it with a grain of salt because I'm going to give some profit-taking points in time and price ranges where I believe are very good places to take profits, and I'm going to be putting the percentage of profits that I will be taking at each of these points. But you can tailor this to your own, you can take my predictions and my exit strategy and you could tweak it. Where I'm going to be taking out 10%, you might want to take out 10%. Where I'm going to be taking out, let's say 10%, you might want to take out 15% or even 20% at that point. So you might want to tweak it, but I'm just going to be bringing up some really good places where I believe are good points to begin taking profits. And I'm also going to be talking about the idea of leaving a bit on the table for the future, for the next bull run, for even beyond that, because dealing with Kaspa, guys, we are dealing with a long-term growth cryptocurrency. This is not one of those cryptos where you just want to play the cycles and and you can certainly do that, and a lot of people believe in taking all of their profits off of the table at the end of this bull run, and I'm not mad at that. I even am considering doing that, but I'm probably going to leave a bit on the table. So let's talk about my first profit-taking point. So when Kaspa hits $1, which I believe Kaspa will comfortably hit $1, I'm going to be taking 10% off the table, 10% of my Kaspa. So that way, now, that might be my, you could even take your initials out at that point. You might want to take your initial investment. I'm going to be taking 10% of my Kaspa off the table at $1. So then my second profit-taking point is going to be at $1.25. I'm going to be taking 15% of my Kaspa off of the table when Kaspa reaches $1.25. And I believe there is a very good chance that Kaspa can and will reach $1.25. And so my next profit-taking point is going to be at $1.50 Kaspa. I'm going to take an additional 15% off of the table. I'm going to wait until Kaspa hits $1.50. My next profit-taking point is going to be $1.50, and I'm going to take an additional 15% off of the table. And so my next profit-taking point after that is going to be $1.75. I'm going to take an additional 15% off of the table. Okay? And if you'll notice, guys, I am being modest here because I want to ensure that I am going to be profiting from every crypto that I invest into. Kaspa, in this example, is what I'm talking about, and I don't want to wait until $2. I don't want to wait until $3 because I'd rather cash out with, let's say, $50,000, whereas if I hold on, yes, I might make $100,000 on my Kaspa, but I also might wind up getting wrecked and wind up with nothing. And so my final profit-taking point is not final, but I'm going to take an additional 20% off of the table when Kaspa hits $2. Okay? So at that point in time, and I do believe Kaspa will reach $2, I will still have 25% of my Kaspa left over. And this is what I'm going to be choosing to do with that 25% that is left over. I am going to be holding 15% for a moon bag. We talk about moon bags, guys. At that point, I have money safely in my bank account, profits safely taken, and at that point, I can kind of play around, so to speak. I can see if it goes to $3, if it goes to $4, if it goes to $5, and you could do whatever you want at that point. You might want to take 5% here, 5% there. You might want to hold on. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. And then the final 10%, and I find this to be a safe amount, and other people are going to hold on to 50% of their Kaspa. I talk to people that are going to be holding 20% of their Kaspa. I'm going to hold on to 10% of my Kaspa for the next bull run or even further on in the future, because you have to keep in mind, guys, we do not know what's going to happen with the future price action of Kaspa. It may never return to the current price that it is at. Kaspa is currently at 17 cents. It is at a $4.2 billion market cap. Guys, Kaspa may go well beyond 10 billion, 20 billion, we don't know, and then it may never come back to reach that $4.2 billion market cap. So we would be at that point wishing that we still had some Kaspa on the table. I might leave that 10% alone in my cold storage wallet, for maybe even future generations. If I have kids, my kids' kids, because we don't know, guys. Kaspa could wind up flipping, Solana. It could wind up flipping Ethereum. We do not know. I mean, we know what we're dealing with, but it could just grow to be so massive. And so it's kind of like holding Bitcoin. In a way, it's not. Bitcoin is Bitcoin, but it could be compared, to holding Bitcoin, at a very low price. So you want to have a little bit on the table, in my opinion. And guys, you got to remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm simply a guy who loves crypto and who happens to invest into crypto. You got to do your own research before investing. Guys, that's all I have on my profit-taking strategy for Kaspa. If you enjoy my content, if you enjoy my videos, guys, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and smash the bell notification so you can see when I have content coming out. It's going to be coming out all the time for you guys, as you can see. Guys, this is Crypto Timmy signing out. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.